Hello everyone, the Nicerman1 here, back with another video, and today I wanted to take a look at XLK, which is the text sector of the SPY. So let's start on the weekly chart. As you guys can see, I drew here in the beginning an ABC correction. So yeah, shortly after this ETF launched, we saw some sell-off, which here it bottomed at all-time lows. From there though, we definitely rallied. A very simple 5-wave pattern, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After this major wave 1 formed a major wave 2, and we reached the 0.887, which is a deep retracement, but it is also a fib level. So that works out nicely. And when I found these pivots, I just drew a pitchfork, and as you guys can see, this pitchfork describes price well, or rather I should say price respects this pitchfork and its lines quite well. So then we had quite a big wave 3, so let's look at the fib extension of that. So we hit the 3.608 perfectly, which is quite a common fib number for extended waves. And then if you look at wave 4 here, which happened quite relatively recently, this wasn't too deep, but I do think wave 4 finished here. Let me zoom in a bit more. This was the correction that started in October till the end of December. So yeah, that's what I have as wave 4, and since then we rallied quite a bit, and we corrected. A lot of people thought this correction was done, myself included even, but the thing I didn't like about it was that it was so shallow and it didn't take that much time, because price usually corrects not only in price but also in time. Usually corrections take some time. They consolidate, it's more sideways, to build cause for an effect, as per Wyckoff theory. So if we look at the more recent price action, we can see right here wave 1, 2, 3, I think 4 and 5. I think this immediate degree. And then here we had an ABC. Here. So we had an A, B, C, and then we thought the bull trend would have started. So as you guys can see, throughout trend line here, we broke out, and we rallied quite a bit. We rallied for 13% almost. The thing is, let me go to the 4-hourly chart for that. This was quite impulsive, but I don't really like this price action here. Like, it became very weak and we didn't manage to break this high, and this does look to me like it's 3 waves, and because of that I'm actually thinking this might be forming a more complex correction. So let me show you that. So I think this might be forming a flat, so an A, B, C. Oh. And let's target for C by finding the fib extension of A, top of B. So this would be the target of wave C, and if I'm not mistaken, let me look at the fib retracement for that, but that should also be around 0.5. Yeah, so this is the target. The 69 target is the target from the fib extension, but I'm thinking that it also might just hit the 0.5, which also coincides here with the wave 4 of the previous wave. So let me draw the subwave counts as well here. So A consists of A, B, C. Fix a degree on that as well. Then here we have an ABC as well. A, B, C. And now I think because it's a flat, we will see a 5 wave pattern down. So something like this maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's something I'm expecting to happen. Something like that. So I did went short, but I didn't went short here. I went short. Let me go to the hourly for that. So I saw this red trend line here break, which could already been, which normally would have already been a signal to short. But I was more patient and I waited for the 50 hourly EMA to break. And when that broke, I got in. I find the 50 EMA on the hourly time frame to be a really good trending indicator. So I used the confluence of this trend line break as well as the break of this EMA as an entry. But the way I'm seeing the markets more in general is decided by my Elliott wave count. This trend line and this moving average just helps me to get into the trade itself and to monitor the trade, because this hourly EMA will start to curl down, and I will stay in until this breaks again, a bit like it happened here, right here. It gapped down and it only broke back here. But obviously I will also use other indicators to maybe get out at a more favorable position. So yeah, that's the more shorter time frame view. Let me also quickly go back to the daily because the RSI is quite oversold. Let me hide moving averages. Because if you guys can see, let me also bring up the stochastic RSI. This has started to curl down rather. RSI also plenty of room to go to the downside. So yeah, for me it would make sense to see a pullback here, and that's why I'm trying to write this down to the downside. Let me go back to the weekly and zoom out a bit more again, because no, let me go back to daily. Because that would mean that on a larger time frame, this is one big wave 1, and wave 2 doesn't end here, but it would end here for the larger wave 5 right here. So that could look something like this. Something like this. I haven't, these aren't accurate targets, it's just to show you guys how it could look, right? So if this plays out like I've drawn it here, you really want to get in for long positions around here. But if you want to play it more safe again, just draw a trend line for the downside as it goes down here, and when it breaks this trend line and also the hourly EMA again, then again go in. With that, you probably won't catch the exact bottom and you will not have the full amount of gains, but it is something you can qualify, and it's more objective to get in and out of trades. So that's what I'm playing around with and trying out right now. So yeah, that's about it for XLK, I think. Let me go back to the weekly. Maybe I forgot something. No, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.